Welcome back to the channel. Let's start the videos off with some wise words from the great Muhammad Ali.
A friend is one who will not even consider giving his life for you. That's a friend. Everybody you name are with me for money and for what they can get. I don't have no friends. I wrote a poem that says, friendship is a priceless gift that cannot be bought nor sold, but its value is far greater than a mountain made of gold. For gold is cold and lifeless. It can neither see nor hear, and in time of trouble it is powerless to cheer. Gold, it has no ears to listen, no heart to understand. It cannot not bring you comfort or reach out a helping hand. So when you ask God for a gift, be thankful if he sends, not diamonds, pearls, or riches, but the love of real, true friends. See, friends are very rare.
Ultimately, we are able to make completely imperceptible e-tattoo using graphenes. Graphene are single layers of carbon atoms that are still electrically conductive and thermally conductive. So we can make them directly on a tattoo paper, and we can directly paste them like a tattoo sticker. So this is how you transfer directly like a temporary tattoo. And under microscope, you can see how conformable and how thin it is. And while you wear such tattoo all the way on your face, no one can see it, right? And then we can actually use your eyeball rotation, which induces surface potential, which is called electrooculogram, to control a drone. So there's no camera on the drone, but we are able to ask the drone to follow the eyeball rotation of the subject. And there's no way you can see it, so we call it imperceptible tattoo.
I'll show you an example at the end of this video of why I have my Tibetan song bowl ready and waiting to go for my baby daughter when she's born. There is much about sound, frequency healing, cymatics, and even the building tools we use to build some of these old world magnificent structures. But one thing the old world knew is the power of sound and cymatics in our own bodies. Like I said before, the old world was built like a massive computer, and we were part of that. To understand this universe, you must understand frequency and vibrations. Why do you think they worked so hard to remove all the bells from the old world? Now, as I said in the beginning of the video, here's an example of what frequency and vibrations can do to our bodies. Turn up the sound and listen with your headphones.
I think I'll pass on the wireless tattoo. Now the Tibetan song bowl trick I may have to try.
This player piano has a secret to reveal. Let's hear it play.
Now that is one cool piano. I'm still not convinced that the Earth is flat, but I still find all this information very interesting.
Is this part of the eclipse? I don't know. It could be. Looks strange. I've never seen it before.
This is the original bloodbath. I know, such a controversial word for the pearl-clutching crowd. But we are going forwards in reverse, all by design. Why have all this beauty that uplifts and inspires? Roads that last thousands of years, when you can make roads replaced after only 10 years, if you're lucky. 'Tis the political season, though, where you have the masses over right and left, while we don't even know what up or down is. Thousands of years later, and scientists claim they just figured out now how the ancient Roman self-healing concrete was made. A groundbreaking accomplishment for modern times, right up there with paying a $60 million a day government organization to play fun games with Photoshop. The truth is out there, friends. You just need to open your eyes and look. Question everything. Until next time. Viktor Grebennikov. This Russian entomologist may have discovered the secrets to levitation and may have tapped into some of the old world for inspiration. Let me know what you think.
Grebennikov was a self-taught entomologist from Russia. His journey into the unknown began with a fascination for the natural world, particularly the insect kingdom, which he believed held secrets to extraordinary powers, including anti-gravity. The cornerstone of Grebennikov's discovery was the cavity structural effect, CSE, a concept he derived from closely observing the structure of bee nests and the behavior of insects. It all started in the early 1980s while Grebennikov was camping in the vast Siberian steppe. While laying on the ground, he suddenly experienced an unusual sensation, only to find out he was lying atop an underground bee city. He experienced headaches, ringing ears, and a metallic taste in his mouth, which sparked his interest in the peculiarities of the natural structures around him. Delving deeper into this phenomenon, Grebennikov collected parts of the bee nest and began experimenting. He observed an unusual heat emanation from the honeycomb structures, a sensation that could not be detected or measured by conventional scientific instruments. This observation led him to theorize about the existence of a force field generated by the geometric configuration of the honeycombs, a field capable of influencing the surrounding environment in ways not previously understood by science. Grebennikov's investigations took a significant turn when he examined the chitin shells of insects under a microscope. He discovered an unusually rhythmic, extremely ordered structure that seemed to defy gravity. When he attempted to place two of these chitin plates together, one plate hovered in the air for a few seconds before aligning itself with the other. This observation was the first step toward understanding the anti-gravitational properties of certain natural structures. Convinced of the potential of his discovery, Grebennikov embarked on a project to harness the cavity structural effect for human use. He constructed a platform with thousands of chitin shells attached to its underside, creating what he claimed was an anti-gravity vehicle. According to Grebennikov, this vehicle could travel at speeds of up to 1,500 kilometers per hour and reach heights of 300 meters off the ground. More astonishingly, the device supposedly made the rider invisible from below and encased them in a bubble-like force field that nullified inertia and dynamic pressure.
You have been living in one big lie. Buried truths, buried history, amongst mounds of lies and deception. But in this world of carefully crafted illusions, it's not too late to dig up our true past. By persistence and unity, we are waking up more and more daily. A great awakening is beginning to happen. Do you feel it? swamped by all of the dust. This is a place where I don't feel alone. This is a place where I feel at home.
What do you guys think about the mud flood and old world history stuff? Let me know in the comments. And if you are enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe to my channel.
Most of us already know the rocks were alive, but many have asked, what exactly were these massive mud fossil titans? Look to the story of Noah, this hidden truth shown to us in Hollywood. Let me know what you think.
We were not stone then, but light. It was not our place to interfere. Yet we chose to try and help mankind. And when we disobeyed the Creator, He punished us. We were encrusted by your world. Rock and mud shackled our fiery glow. Still, we taught mankind all we knew of creation. With our help, they rose from the dust, became great and mighty. But then they turned our gifts to violence. Only one man protected us, your grandfather Methuselah. We were hunted, most of us killed. Those who lived were left prisoners in these stony shells, marooned upon this barren land. We begged the Creator to take us home, but he was always silent.
I've been asked recently, what convinced me of the mud flood? What was the first images I saw that really did it for me? And I've seen a lot of it floating around the web for a few years before I really bought into it. But the Easter Island heads, once they started digging them up and realizing they weren't heads, but whole bodies going many meters underground. Completely different from the Easter Island heads we get in our media and our education. Heck, they even showed Squidward's house as an Easter Island head. But that really showed me, it was a real eye-opener seeing the Easter Island heads like this. And for many of you, it might be a first time seeing them like this yourself. I've also been asked where did I hear about the mud flood from first, and I'm not really sure. I've always been somebody that just enjoyed digging up things that went against the narrative. Going on a lot of photo sites, Pinterest, Tumblr, back in the day, led me to some of the first pictures of the mud flood I've ever came across. But it has evolved a lot in the last few years, certainly from back in that day. It overjoys me now, seeing how much are eager to dig up our true past and their own personal findings that go along with it. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. I actually kind of like Emma.
So do I.
So that's why you're getting married.
I can't wait until you get engaged, so I can bust your balls as hard as you've busted mine.
You're going to be waiting a long time, sir.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. You're the cold-hearted ice princess that doesn't believe in marriage.
I'm not saying that it's not all right for you, but yes, I do think that marriage goes against our primal nature.
To be loved?
To fuck as much as possible. Spread the seed around and keep the species going. And all that shit they feed us in the movies and greeting cards is just propaganda to get us to marry, have kids, and keep the economy going. Marriage is just the keystone to economics.
We all should start with reading this book. We the people sure have a lot to learn from it. Because we can have this again. It is possible. They deliberately work against our interests, though. And it's not as simple as just voting them out. We need to bring back this, a strong nuclear family, a devotion to faith, whatever that faith may be. Believe in a higher power, because it's evident all around you. And unite our families together. And let them know the world that works to divide us. And that knowledge isn't about retaining what you learned in school, but being open and able to learn new things, new views and new perspectives, and to unite, to avoid this from continuing to happen. The parasites have been hard at work. Little by little, piece by piece, they eroded it all, in lockstep in unity, while us, the blind masses, were clueless to it all. Why do they want to ban TikTok? So you blindly follow this again.
Controlling exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is extremely dangerous.
Remember, the truth is out there.
You
just have to open your eyes and ears. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
That's it for this video. Thank you for joining me. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, please let me know in the comments. Until next time, keep your mind open